Yo, yo, yo! Welcome back, Tentino.
What's up, Banter fam? Welcome 2022. What's this year gonna bring for us?
You know, when we left them, the Bitcoin price was $47,500.
Yeah.
And we come back, and the Bitcoin price is
$47,000. As you can see, lots has happened.
well, you know, the truth is that a lot actually has happened. So it is deceiving when you look at Bitcoin. You look at Bitcoin and you think, okay, well, nothing actually happened, but a lot happened, and a lot is happening in the background. And that's, I think, what we should talk about today, because even though it does feel like the market is stagnant, it's not. If you know where to look, there are amazing things happening on this market, amazing, incredible things happening on the market. And I think that's what we're going to be looking at today. Also, just before we look at the market, can you just call up the Sol ETH chart?
I'm not happy, but I'm not happy. Like, come on, like, why all of a sudden now, 2 days later, I have to be winning? Like, it sucks. It really
you see what
sucks.
happened? So what happened there was I was down. I was down for most of the month. Until the 20th of the month, I was down. Yeah. And then, just for the period of New Year's, it went up. And now it's back down.
Now it's back down.
You know what that means.
So well done, brother. You got the victory on this one. I'll have to take it for the team. And I even got this bad boy over here. I think we'll save for when you're back in the office, and we can do it properly. But
is that the shoe strumming? Is that the shoe strumming that you got? You got that shoe strumming?
Dude, it's the size of my face. Like, I didn't know these cans were so big. Like, is the deal that I eat like 1 or 2 fish, or do I have to eat this whole can?
If you can get 1 piece of fish in your mouth and swallow the fish, then the bet's over. I don't even think you'll be able to do that.
Yeah, I probably won't, but
okay.
Let's try.
Anyway, so let's get 2022 on the road. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
Sheldino.
What a great song. What a great song.
Right. Quick question. Like, why is the beard back, brother? Are we in beard season again?
Market. It's a beard market. You've seen the market going nowhere. It's a beard market, man. We're back in the beard market.
Last time you had that was May, wasn't it? It's June.
Exactly. And I shaved it when the market started to move up. Do you remember? That's exactly what I'm going to do again. So I'm on vacation. I'm in a beach house. I'm at the canals. There is, in fact, let me show you guys. So I know you think this setup is glamorous. You see, it looks quite glamorous. Let me show you the real setup, so that you can see what's going on. So I stole a drawer cabinet. And I put my laptop on a drawer cabinet with the soundboard. So I'm making it look like something, but it really looks terrible. And then let me show you outside. So you can see where I am. Sorry, I'm carrying a webcam. So that's outside. I don't know if you can see because I'm not looking at my screen. So there's the boat parked outside, my wife and the kids.
It's a little bit bright, but we can see. Oh, amazing. Are you having fun, brother? Are you getting a little bit of rest?
I got you yesterday.
Yeah, you must get some rest. I saw you were still very busy in December. I don't know if you got much.
Yeah, I worked very hard in December. I worked hard cleaning up my Twitter account because, I mean, these Twitter bots, Have you seen what's going on with
I
Twitter
don't know
bots?
what's going on with the Twitter bots. I have no idea. Why
look at
why
this.
it's doing that?
Look at this. This is what, when you go to my Twitter, this is what it looks like on one tweet. So look at the number of bots that attack one tweet.
And it happens literally. I've seen it. It happens in seconds. Like as soon as you tweet, all of a sudden we just get a ton of them.
A ton of them.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. That's what's happening on that. And then, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, zero reason whatsoever, the Crypto Banter account is gone. They banned the Crypto Banter account. And we just can't get it back.
It's not that one, yeah. Really?
No, we can't get it back. Fun. Look, there's no more Crypto Banter account. And we can, I mean, I have tweeted multiple times. See, the account is suspended for no reason whatsoever. When I did email them, they said, we're writing to you to let you know that your account has been suspended and will remain suspended due to multiple or repeat violations of our rules. We don't allow the following behaviors on Twitter: creating serial and multiple accounts with overlapping uses, i.e. bot accounts. We don't do that. Evading a permanent suspension by creating or using another account. We don't do that. Cross-posting tweets or links across multiple accounts, in other words, bots. We don't do that. Aggressive following, particularly through automated means. We don't do that either. That's just, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that account had 240 or 230,000 followers. How do you ban an account?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think, we've been posting the same things we've always posted. Like there's been no, I think we need a decentralized social media. Like I think it's time.
Look, I think we need to decentralize social media, and I think we need help from the community. I did post this one that says, it's a tweet on my account that says, we got this tweet from Twitter suspending the Crypto Banter account. Maybe if you guys could retweet it and say, this must be a mistake, this must be a mistake. Maybe we can get the account back. Also, don't forget that we are on BBS .market /banter. For now, there still is a banter there. What you get here is you get paid for your own tweets. You get paid every time you tweet or post something, you get paid. So I just want to show you, because people think that the numbers are maybe negligible. I just want to show you.
Oh, you got some money there.
No, hold on. So this is just a few days. Check this. No jokes. Look here. I've made and this is just for posting. I've made $5,450.
$15,000.
Well, on the gaming, I've made $5,000 just for posting. On the charts, I've made $5,000 for posting. On the Lunatics group, I've made $5,000 just for posting shit. On the Banter group, I've made $2,800 just for posting things.
Wow.
And these are tweets that I bought. So I mean, it's real. And the best thing is that I get my money in BBS tokens pre-IDO. So it's like I must say it's addictive and it's fun. I'm saying again, we're not like people think, oh, you're shilling an investment. We're not invested in this. I'm not invested in BBS itself yet. I am trying to find them and trying to get invested in, but I'm not invested yet. But it is, first of all, it's super addictive to buy other people's tweets.
It is.
And second of all, it's just money for jam, and you're getting the money in pre-IDO tokens, which is, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's such an amazing thing. I really think that this one, I'm very skeptical of social media on blockchain, because I think no one's got it right. Mm-hmm. But I think that these guys are actually very close. I think they're very, very close.
They're getting there. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All righty, Sheldon, should we get into the charts? Let's quickly look at what the market
I think just before we get into chart, if you guys are brand new, join the family, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and join the Banter fam, as we always hear. Let's get into it, brother.
Yeah, I mean, give us some love. Here we are. We're back. Subscribe to the channel. Join the family if you're not already part of the Banter fam. If you are, welcome back, guys. Happy New Year. So glad to be back with you. Even though the market is moving sideways, there are so many opportunities to make money in this market. I'm going to show you just a few that I'm seeing at the moment, a few that Sheldon's seeing at the moment. Let's get through it. Sheldon, just one more thing before you actually get into the charts.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I watched these masterclasses that you made religiously in the festive season.
Brother.
So whenever they dropped, you can actually see on my bar where I am in each one of them. But I mean, they were so simple. They were so simple.
Oh, that's amazing, bud.
11 minutes. 11 minutes.
That's the purpose. Yeah. Quick, easy, little bit of education every day.
Yo, what's up, Banter fam? Welcome to yet another masterclass. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you my secrets, my tools, and my strategies on how I managed to do it in a short period of time. First thing I need to do, I need you to absolutely smash the like button. I need you to smash the subscribe button. Show love for the channel by using the links below in the description. If you do use those links, they will help you with any giveaways and any specials in the show, and they show us a lot of love, as everything we do is for free. In this masterclass, I'm going to be teaching you an indicator on how to help you on how to be a bull or how to be a bear. This is called a stochastic or RSI. This tells you when the bulls are in control and when the bears are.
So I mean, it was 10 minutes every morning. I must say that by the end of class 3 or 4, I was drawing my own charts. If you followed my Twitter,
I saw.
I mean, it just made charting so much easier. It was like I actually really understood what I was doing, and my charts were working. Like when there was a breakout, there was a breakout, then there was a retest. I mean, it works.
Exactly, and I think that's the purpose of it. I think that's a big lesson we've learned along the journey of 2021 as well, is to make sure we're all as educated as can be. So if any big thing happens in the market, at least you understand it. You understand when, doesn't matter who you're listening to or who you're following, at least you have a good understanding yourself, guys. And we're going to be looking at focusing on a lot more of that this year. So obviously jumping in Bitcoin, you know, we're at the point where it's done like nothing. We haven't really had much movement. We did have a beautiful breakout. It was about a week and a half ago. It's broken out. We did get the higher high in play. We did come and test the trend, and we got the higher low in play. But the main thing is, guys, where we're sort of looking at with Bitcoin now is very similar to this phase over here. And when I was looking at these phases over here as well, you know, like looking at the fear and greed index, you know, we haven't really got much above 50 in the last, you know, few weeks as well. And we've been coming down to the 20s, going to 30, 40s, coming back to those sort of zones. And every time we were doing this, it has happened 2-3 times in the past as well in the last year. And this was the previous time before that. And this was the previous time before that as well. And it just shows you that right now, Bitcoin's in the accumulation phase where we're hitting more or less the same bottoms and we're hitting the same sort of top. So, you know, we're in a sideways market, and a sideways market is always a good market because it's a preparation for a next sort of big move. And what we do obviously have is we've got a beautiful support trend line in play, which will help us identify if it is any breakout to the bottom side. I do love adding and buying up any dips that do come to support trends, because I know where my risk is and I know what to do if we do start to break that. And it usually is the best times to be stocking up similar to these areas over here. Now, if we do quickly jump in here and we do see where we're looking at, you know, this is looking so similar to where we were in May. And, you know, that's why it makes sense that Rand's got the beard again. It just feels like we're hitting deja vu again on the exact same spot where we are, where we had this little push out of break of trend. We then came down to test again, and you can see here as well, there's the trend, the little breakout. And the fact that we have come back down to these levels of here is just confirming that we are in this sort of market, in the accumulation sort of market. Now, what I am seeing is we still have.
What about this? What about that?
Brilliant.
So that's my. So I'm looking at that's the big trend that I'm looking at. What I'm seeing there is we're very much still within trend. Nothing has changed, and that I would say based on this that Bitcoin needs to make a move sometime in the next 6 days.
I agree. Sometime towards the end of the week. Definitely. I mean, we would like to obviously see that to the upward side, which I'll shortly get into the dominance as well, because it's sort of showing me a picture that Bitcoin is boiling up for a nice, strong push to the upward side. Now, the reason why I took my trend a little bit to the shorter side is just in case they do. So let me just get it back here. Just in case they do want to come fill this wick. So the reason I took these over here, it will make sense. You know, very similar to what happened here, guys. Remember when we came very fast, we formed this long wick. Price then got away from it. It came down. It filled it again, and then we continued up. So the fact that we still have this wick over here, you know, it makes sense to me that the price is slowly grinding down back to those levels. You know, and Bitcoin can touch 45 at any point or 44 at those zones. You know, fill up all the orders, guys. It was too quick. They weren't able to buy everything they wanted there. So if it comes there, that's good. And remember, the last time, this is exactly what you want. As soon as they finally get their orders bought up, remember, volume goes low now. And we're at that same point, guys. How many people now are not interested in crypto anymore? Like 2 months ago, the whole world was interested in crypto. Now they're just bored and they're not interested right now. And that's exactly it. Slow down that volume. Let's accumulate. Let the big guys buy what they need. They then chase the price up. And then people start buying back in above 60, 70K again. And it's the normal simplicity of that. So Bitcoin's still sort of in the same levels. Now, dominance has been quite interesting because dominance has been breaking that 40 a few times. And it's been bouncing on that 39 a few times as well. And guys, this is that same sideways parallel channel that we're talking about and where we're sitting. Now, if you have a look, now, remember I showed you those little lines of where Bitcoin is. Just mark it up here. These little blocks over here. Now, the reason why I've built these little blocks up, because the last time that dominance was at 40 was this region over here. And after that, we then had a 55% growth in Bitcoin. So showing you over here was this region over here when dominance was at that low. So it means we've just come off a pull down in the market, yet dominance is not in Bitcoin's favor. Altcoins are still climbing. You know, we're still getting confidence in the alts. And then all of a sudden, we get a reversal in dominance where we break trend, reversal of dominance, and then we get the strong push to the upward side. Bitcoin then grew 55% and then diversified back into the alts. And that's when we get that nice long leg from Bitcoin from 29K all the way back to 69K. And then you could see the same thing over here with this region over here where we had the strong small pullback. When we had the pullback, we had dominance also pull back in the markets, and that's this zone over here. We came and tested that 40% exactly again. We then broke trend, and we had another 50% growth in Bitcoin. So all that it's showing is the fact that we're not getting this dominance in Bitcoin's favor the whole time. It's showing us the same pattern we've seen the last 3 times, that we're going to have, when we finally have that strong Bitcoin bounce, I think we're going to have the dominance bounce. That's just what I'm seeing now. Now, Ren, if we break this line, if we break this line, then we can have a complete collapse in dominance. I can take it down to 35 to 30.
This time is different.
Definitely.
This time is different.
Okay.
So let me tell you what I think is going on. I think actually the dominance is the one telling the whole story, not Bitcoin. I think right now, if you want to get a feel for where the market is at, you need to just look at the dominance. Don't look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is deceiving. And I'll show you why. You've got Bitcoin searches, which is, you can kind of say, an interest in Bitcoin kind of at an all-time low, or certainly lower than it's been for the past 12 months. Look at that. Yep. That's the searches where it comes to Bitcoin. The world's not really interested in Bitcoin right now. And unfortunately, Bitcoin does still drive the market. But there is a decoupling going on, which to the untrained eye, you would never see it. But the trained eye will show you that there's a major decoupling going on at the moment. And if you know where to look, then there is actually a raging bull market happening right now today. Let me give you some examples. Go and call up the Lunar Bitcoin chart on the Lunar versus BTC chart. Now, why am I looking at Lunar versus BTC? Because I'm comparing the price of Lunar to the price of Bitcoin.
There we go. Absolutely destroying it.
You see, so what I'm saying is, if you know where to look, I don't know if you can call up this chart. I don't know if this chart exists, but try and call up a chart of Spool, S-P-O-O-L, versus Bitcoin. I don't know if you'll get that chart though. Yeah, try. Just go to Spool. You had it over there. Just go.
On Uni.
Click that. Just click that one. Let's see if we can get a chart.
Yeah, we got a strong chart, just not to Bitcoin. But obviously, Bitcoin hasn't done this, so it's obviously.
Well, Bitcoin's been stagnant. Bitcoin's been stagnant. You see, so what you're seeing is that if you start looking at decent tokens, there is actually a great bull run going on at the moment. It's just not happening in Bitcoin. And I think that what we're seeing now is the beginning of a trend that we're going to see in 2022. And that trend is a decoupling trend. So I think what we're going to get in 2022 is we're going to get a decoupling. The issue with the decoupling is that it's not going to be all tokens decoupling from Bitcoin. It's going to be very, very, very select tokens decoupling from Bitcoin. Let me show you another one. Fantom Bitcoin.
Yeah. Now, I think, you know what, we've had dominance been dropping now for the last, month or so, but it's literally gone into like 5 coins. And that just shows you the power that they are starting to ignore. Is that Fantom?
Let's see if we can get a Fantom Bitcoin, because we know Fantom's doing well. We know Fantom's doing well. And there we go. There's a Fantom Bitcoin chart.
There we go.
Look at that.
It's nearly at all-time highs.
You see. So, I mean, just by the way, when I look at that chart, I'm seeing that we're probably going to get a cup and handle there, right? We're probably going to get it. It's going to touching that support line. It's going to come down and shoot up again.
Yeah, exactly. So it should come back down to these regions over here. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing for the Bitcoin bounce. That's what I'm seeing, the dominance bounce. So I'm just seeing these slow down. I'm talking about a 2-week bounce or a week bounce. You know what I mean? Get these little pullback, get Bitcoin back in. The problem is with this run is these coins are not bringing in the money in the markets. If you look at the total market caps, they're bringing money, but they're not really making a massive difference to the actual bigger picture of crypto. What's going to bring in the money?
We don't need money. We just need money to switch from bad to good.
Okay.
For now. Yes, the money will come in. When the money comes in, the money is going to come into Bitcoin, because new money inevitably is going to come into Bitcoin. You agree with me on that, right? I'm putting Bitcoin and ETH in the same class. I think that they're both Bitcoin. They are both non-altcoins.
Yeah.
And then there is a shift that's happening inside the altcoins. The shift, in my opinion, is based on a couple of things. So the shift, in my opinion, is developer activity. Developer activity brings VCs. VCs bring money. Money brings more dApps. More dApps bring more users. More users bring more transactions. More transactions bring more TVL. That's the magic formula. Then, once you've got all of those, you've got to look for the hype catalyst. A lot of them have got that, but they don't have the hype catalyst. So let's look at an example. Let's look at Fantom. Fantom has, I don't know if you saw, but it got to 1.5 million addresses. It's the highest that it's ever been. Actually, let me find you that tweet. I tweeted it from my thing, and if Fred hasn't completely destroyed my Twitter account, which he normally does by now. Let me find that for you quickly.
See, Sunny had a nice little pump, huh?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay, so there we go. So this is what I wanted to show you. Fantom had 5,000 active wallets in January last year. 5,000 active wallets in January last year. 5,000.
Wow.
Fantom has, a year later, 1.5 million wallets, and he's growing by 7,000 a day.
Wow.
Okay, amazing. So Fantom is doing interesting things. Then you look at the TVL in Fantom. I think it's number 2 now. I think it just beat. I think it's number 2 or number 3. I think it's number 3 now in terms of TVL. 6.6 billion when I last checked. Let's quickly just go to DeFi Llama and just see where it is in terms of TVL. Hold on a second. Chains. Okay. So Fantom is now number 6 in terms of TVL, just under Solana and Avalanche and BSC and Terra Luna.
Wow. And how far are they from them? Are they close? Okay, not bad.
Well, I think January, I tweeted the other, I think January is going to be Fantom month. There's a whole lot of good reasons to be putting money into Fantom right now. And that's what I said. I think if you know where to look, there's actually a lot happening. You just need to be selective about where you look.
Yeah, and I think I think a lot of the spotlight's going to go to a lot less coins, in this next few months. I think it's going to start slowing down. We used to see this where the whole alt market exploded. I think that's going to start to slow down. I think it's going to start moving to quality, and I think they're done with that. You know what I mean? Good quality coins, and I think that's what we focus on. So, what's your thoughts? You think stock market done now? That was the whole thing last month. We're about to break all-time high. Do you think that was it? That was finished. They've printed the money, and we should be okay for the next few months. What's your thoughts on it? Because now everything looks like it's just forgotten about, and we're breaking all-time highs again.
I think where's the money going to
It's
go?
the same thing. It's like, I don't get it. So
I think where's the money going to go? The money can only go to the stock market and to crypto.
the money
which
system is so manipulated. It's ridiculous.
No one can call whether the market's going to go up or down. Not even us, believe it or not. Believe it or not, because some people on Twitter don't believe it. But even we don't know where the market's going to go. We're playing into the market. Right
We got
now,
tools, guys. No one knows. Remember, we decoupled when Bitcoin didn't go to 100K in December. Now we've never seen the market that we're in right now. All we can do is use our knowledge, experience, and tools. That's it.
yeah, Elon Musk is calling for a crash in the market, in the stock market in Q2 and maybe Q3. I think what's going to happen is, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my microphone. I think what's going to happen is we are going to get a correction in the stock market at some point in time. But until then, I think crypto is lagging the market. I think people are nervous. I think when people are nervous, what they're going to do is they're going to go into quality. So they're saying, we want to go into quality. Then they look at Bitcoin and they go, look, it is $50,000 a coin. It's not going to run as much as some of the other coins. Where else can we put our money? They look at ETH. They say, okay, but ETH it's fine. It's exciting, but it's expensive and it's broken. And then they say, okay, well, where else am I going to put my money? And they're going to put their money into Luna, and they're going to put their money into Avalanche because Avalanche looks cheap, and they're going to put their money into Fantom.
Let's go into those and let's see if there's one or two specials, because, you know, I don't know about you, but even if Bitcoin does come test the 45, 44 lows, you know, I've been taking a lot of advantage of these and be stocking up on the dips and making sure I've been reassessing my whole portfolio we're looking at. I'm still, just because of where we are fear and greed levels, just because where we are dominance levels, you know, we're doing things that we've done many times before, and it's just the simple basic indicators that are telling me, you know, this is laddering in zones. It's just time to be dollar costing in. Because you're just doing what has happened previously in the past. Now, we look at that quickly to ETH. What I like about ETH is, you know, we're forming this downwards wedge again. You know, for any ETH holders, this is good. When we get that nice little breakout, we've had 2 of them now in the last 6 months. And out of each one, you know, ETH had an 80% growth the first time and then had a 55% the second time. And, you know, this break over here, what happens is, guys, it then looks to chasing the highs. And the fact that we have so much volume decreasing on these downs over here, you know, it just shows how strong momentum we can actually have a really nice week or two run from ETH, and it can literally erase all that hard work. It's just come down and filled that wick, guys. There's that wick over there. We've come down and filled it. So any little dips, I'm looking up there. Now, Solana, I don't know. It's looking okay chart-wise, not looking fantastic. I think we're going to be a little bit patient with Solana now. I'm quite annoyed. I got to eat fish, and now all of a sudden ETH wakes up. Ones I was looking at, so let's look at Luna quick. So Luna's obviously not a buy for me now, but guys, like, I think this is going to $150 in the next 2-3 months. Like, I really think Luna's just at that momentum now, where it's just not stopping. It is doing beautiful support flips. You know, we've been watching the masterclasses. Look at this, guys. Breakthrough, test, continuation. Do you see how it's literally done it? And now that we have the masterclass, you guys can start learning and understanding. Like, look at this. It's like walking upstairs. There we go. Do you see how it does? And until we break that, then you know there's some sort of weakness. So Luna's still looking fantastic at this point. AVAX is also looking great. There is a nice little wedge forming. So any breakout of this wedge at some point is maybe a nice little signal to add a bit to your bags, or a test of support, which is in the region of $90 to $94 in that region at those zones. I don't think you want to miss the AVAX one. I think it runs very similar to the rest, and I think it will then definitely go touch those higher points once we get the strong breakouts. Which one did I get? Now, the ones that I'm interested in right now, and I've been adding now, especially the last few days, is Render, because Render broke beautifully out of this trend over here. Now we've tested. We've got such low volume that's pulling it down over here. Very similar to this region here. And it gets sucked up very quickly. As soon as we get a nice little candle from Bitcoin or any pullback, you know, Render likes to really explode very quickly. So I want to be stocking up on that as well. Now, reason why is, guys, I took remember the golden ratio, where I took the Fibonacci from the bottom all the way to the top. And that's what Bitcoin's done recently now, where it's at the golden ratio. There's the golden ratio over there. And that's when, let me jump to the weekly and I can show you.
I love that masterclass about the 0618. The 0618 up and the 0618 down.
It doesn't lie, Ren. It doesn't lie. The last time, so we had to push all the way to 65. Look what it came down to do. It came down all the way and it touched the golden zone. Then we had the second push up now that took us all the way to the top. What happened now? We're all the way back down to golden ratio. So this is also showing us last little indication. Now, if you take that and now you start looking at those against the ones that have run, right? Like ones like Luna or any of those, you know, these are very far from, let's say, your golden ratio sort of lines. And that's why I'm starting to jump onto the ones, just jump back, like the ones like Render and these that are actually still sitting on the golden ratio line. And I don't want to be missing these because, yeah, we can see over here. Go for it.
Look at this. This is TechDev 52. And I think he's plotting exactly this.
Exactly.
He's plotting. Yeah. Yeah. Look,
you know, these don't lie, these single points. I just, you know, we're still in that phase of dollar costing, but guys, we've been in a month of accumulation now. You know, eventually at some point we break and we start changing the cycle. The market can only move in 3 ways: upwards, downwards, sideways. Eventually we're going to break one and we're going to start moving. So, you know, you got to still be acting and making sure you're ready for these next sort of moves to the upward side. And as soon as you fall asleep, we know it's coming at any point. So Render is one that I'm looking to take advantage of, definitely. I was looking at EGLD as well. I think that's really good. And I was looking at Cardano. RUNE is also, you know, let me just show you a quick run. I just want to, if you guys can just get into the habit of buying golden ratio lines, especially on weeklies and dailies, you know, they're really good. If we look at EGLD, it's beautiful in that zone. If we look at Cardano, you know, it's on the golden ratio, beautifully on the golden ratio where we are right now. See how many times we've hit there. Look how quickly we can get a reaction. So Cardano, definitely. Chainlink is on the golden ratio right now. We look at RUNE. RUNE's on it. I'll draw it for you now. But as you can see, RUNE is doing a beautiful support test. Weekly stochastic at the bottom. If we look at Super as well, I'll be stocking up a little bit at these zones as well over here. So just see MATIC. As you can see, MATIC is gone. No buys just yet, but you're looking good. So guys, there are a few good coins that are sitting at golden ratio levels, and those will be ones I'll be dollar costing in. I'm using simple indicators now, very, very, very high time frames at this point, and we are just waiting for some volume in the market, and that's it.
Yeah, someone here was asking, I found the post a second ago saying, why were you fighting on Twitter yesterday? Yeah, it's Jude Unwebo. Asked why I was fighting on Twitter yesterday. Because you get some clowns on Twitter who, when the market goes up, they praise you, thank you for the calls. When the market goes down, they selectively go through a whole lot of tweets where I posted where the prices were high and now compare it to what the prices are now with no context. Like, I mean, I can't even remember what the tweets were, but things like taking tokens that I called and I said, oh, how well done for getting there, and saying that I'm using them as exit liquidity. No, I think we're very clear on the show of where your core holding should be and where you should be keeping 1% and 2% of your portfolio. And we don't control the market. The market goes up, the market goes down. And the idea is to keep the majority of your holdings in the R-Weaves, in the Lunas, in the Renders, in the Cardanos, etc., and the other ones to play small bets. And then from that point is we don't control the market. The market's going to go up and down. To take snapshots of the market when the market is at the bottom and to say, oh, you're using this as your extra liquidity. And then when I challenged the guy and I said to him, yeah, let me actually find this for you. I love these.
It's the same thing. Snap them now, and then it's going to go up. Guys, it's not the point. Remember, the point's not to be perfect. No one understands this market, and no one will ever get it perfectly right. We're showing you what we do next. And keep watching, and keep having a look, and you'll see where we get. It's consistency that wins, guys. It's not always about being right.
I have to find you these jokers on Twitter. It's like a whole school of these jokers. I'll have to find them for you. And then the thing is, when you see that, I mean, they make a habit of what they do is they knock people. They knock Plan B for, yeah, I mean, here's one of these guys, a guy called Eric Wall. He came onto the show once. He made such a fool out of himself presenting his rainbow chart. I think he got stuck on the rainbow. He called it the rainbow chart. It was embarrassing. That's why we never invited him back. So he starts knocking Plan B, saying, you know, how could you miss it and never use it again and whatever. Anyway, long story short, he started to comment on this post. There was a post about that someone posted, literally taking all the calls, going through my Twitter and going through all the calls where I called things that were higher, but not adding any of the Lunas, Renders, R-Weaves that we made 100x on. And And so I said to him, come on, let's go for a trading competition. I'll put 100 grand in, you put 100 grand in, and then the winner gets to keep the other guy's 100 grand. And he said, no, I'm a financial manager with a lot more than 100K invested in PA. I do angel investing. I said, let's do it for 6 months. He said, but 6 months is not enough time to measure. I have no interest in associating myself with crypto managers. So why are you commenting on my post? And why did you come on the show, asshole? If he can outperform me, it just means he scammed his following with intentional shitcalls. So then I said to him, dude, you know what, let's do it. Whatever investments you want to make, i.e. long-term, short-term, whatever time frame you want to make. And I said to him, you're a chicken shit. I said, you're a chicken shit. And I haven't heard from him again. And there's a whole lot of these little clowns on Twitter who they make a habit of taking your calls at the top and not showing the whole picture. And good luck to them. And any one of them who wants, I'll take them on this trading challenge, 100 grand each. But the problem is that they just chicken out. So now I think what we should all do now is we should go. His name is Eric Wall. He's a rainbow man. He's got that rainbow chart. What we should do is we should all just go to Eric Wall and just post a chicken. Just a chicken, just the thing of a chicken on his next post. So
it's not even worth it, right? These guys, remember, these guys don't get to us. They actually just, we have some fun with these guys. It's gonna happen many times, but we're all heroes when it goes up.
Okay, I'm gonna post a chicken anyway. Here, I'm gonna post a chicken for him. There we go.
Okay.
Where's the chicken emoticon? So let's look for chicken.
Why don't you take a bet with him to eat? I got another can here, right?
He's from Sweden.
Yeah, so take a fish bet.
He's from Sweden.
That's our new bets from now on.
There we go. I posted a chicken on his timeline. There we go. Yeah, what a chicken! What a chicken! All right, let's talk about some other things that someone asked why I was fighting with Twitter. Go to Eric Wall and just drop a chicken on his comments. And every time he does it, let's just put chickens on his comments. Yeah, him and that Crypto Mikkel, I don't know, the Dutch guy, the tall Dutch guy also. Anyway, let's not talk about them. What else is happening? Monkey Ball launched. Had a great launch. Now, I mean, I think it's at about $1.80, $1.90. It was at about $2.40, which means about 80x for the people that won. I think now it's at about $1.80. Let's have a look. Yeah, $1.76, which is very good.
Fantastic, especially where the market's at right now. Brilliant.
Yeah,
launch.
I think when the market goes up, it will do better. Another very interesting launch. This is one that I think we really need to pay attention to. Is Astroport. Astroport is the Uniswap. It's the DEX that is on Luna. And it launched, remember, it was created by Delphi Digital. They created this. Interesting to see that the fully diluted valuation is $1.8 billion. The total locked value is $1.4 billion. It's now that is what brought Luna to be the second most blockchain in terms of value. I think it's a second or third. Let's have a look. It is the second. So you've got Luna now as the second biggest DeFi chain in terms of total value locked. The reason why I like this is because the total fully diluted valuation here is 1.8 billion. And if you think about this, this is the only real DEX on Luna. There is TerraSwap, but everything's been migrated from TerraSwap. Now you compare that to a Uniswap, where you take the Uniswap fully diluted valuation of $18 billion. And you say to yourself, well, Luna is growing super fast, and Luna is a DeFi chain, and it has a total value locked, total fully diluted valuation of $1.8 billion. So to me,
basically
this is
10 times less, yeah.
This is something that I would definitely be looking at. I think it's cheap, but of course, if the market goes down, it's not that cheap. Market goes down, everything is going down.
Dollar cost. Best thing you can do right now.
Yes. So for me, I don't know. This is one that I've definitely been spending a lot of time looking at. and I'm going to buy it. I actually am buying at this price, to be honest. Another one which we called it. It went down, was Sunny. So we called it at, I kept saying under 30, under 25, 0.0025, 3 cents. We'll be calling this one. We did buy it. It went down. It even went down to 3 cents. And a lot of people were, hey, why aren't you talking about Sunny again? And the answer is just hodl, because if you've got conviction in the protocol, then either buy more when it goes down or just hodl, which is exactly what I'm doing and have done. It's now up again. Don't know how much it's going to go up, but at least there are signs of life. At least the market's saying, hey, we forgot about this token. Now we're coming back to this token.
I like to see that the 24-hour trading volume is 3 times the market cap. So definitely there's some interest going on there.
Yeah, so I think that's a very good one. There are a few that we're going to talk about next week when we do full shows, and I'm back and I'm doing a full show. One of them that I want to talk about is, I keep saying I'm going to talk to you guys about Spool. It's a new token. It's a high-risk token because it's a new token and there's no history on this token. It's a middleware layer which allows people to build their own DeFi strategies and DeFi protocols. And I think this is one that we're definitely going to be talking about. I'm not telling you to ape into them. I'm telling you to go and start looking at this. Because go and start looking at this. This is a oh my God, Eric's wall is full like KFC. Go, Eric. Well done, Banter fam. So that's another one. That's another one which I'm looking at. Let's see, are there any other ones that I'm looking at? I did keep a whole list of things that I was looking at. I think Nahmii is cheap. When you're talking about layer 2s, Nahmii is super cheap, super cheap. So another one which I have been watching, it is one of my good tokens, which hasn't really performed very well, is Akash. Now, the reason why I'm talking about it, I'm not saying to you guys go and ape into it. I'm going to show you the reason why I've been paying attention to it. Is that if you look at its performance for the last 2 weeks, it's just been gradually going up from 150. So just gradually going up from 150. This is a decentralized computing power play. So I think that's one that I'm definitely keeping my eyes on.
Can you go just a higher time frame there so we can just see where it is in the higher terms of?
Oh, it's been at I think $6.
Oh, that's great. $6. You see, that's good. That's what you want to see, guys. Remember, always zoom out far and look where you're buying it. And you're buying it. Wow. What's the price of it now? It's like 70-80% down. So that's great.
70-80% down. What else? What else have I been looking at? I'm just quickly going through to I'm showing you guys where my eyes have been. Here's one from left field. Something from left field. I did some research into. No, let me go a step back. I kept seeing shilling of this token called MCC, okay, which is multi-chain capital. I kept seeing shilling and shilling and shilling. So I thought to myself, here's another token that is a whole bunch of shillers being paid to shill the token, and it's garbage and it's going to explode and it's going to collapse at some point. Did the research. There's actually a lot of substance in this thing. There's a few things I don't like about it, like there's a selling tax, which I'm not mad about the selling tax, but it has actually started to perform. So if you look at the chart of this thing, and I'll show you the chart for the last 14 days. I mean, that's a chart for the last 14 days. Done about 100% in the last 14 days. So
hold on, let me just put it up. There we go. Oh, okay, there.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still doing a lot more research into this one, but this is another one that is on my radar. Another one which is on my radar is it's a small gaming IDO that happened but didn't perform. And for me, when a small gaming IDO happens but doesn't perform, it could mean that that's because of a bad market. And instead of getting it at IDO price, you're getting it slightly above, but not 100x above. Like if you buy Monkey Ball now, you're buying it 50x above IDO price. But yesterday, Tiny Colony launched, which is a game which was launched on Star Launch. I don't have a price here, but that's also trading at like 7x the IDO price. Quite.
That looks good.
High risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
High
I
risk,
think that's
still things to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I see there's a few there like Kajiro, guys. I'm dollar costing whenever that's looking good. There's a few here that we're calling that I can see over here. What is that other one? I just want to see here.
Kajiro is amazing. I'm still buying it. Yeah. So just trading close to $1. It's I don't know. For me, sounds like free money.
Yeah,
Good team.
It's very
I've
cheap.
been watching them. I staked a whole lot of my tokens. I got the rewards for voting in some of their votes.
Yeah, me as well. Everything's staked. I think that's one thing, guys, as well. If you've been stocking up the last 2-3 months and you're sitting in a sideways market and you don't have your coin staked, you're missing value, guys. Just make sure that you are staking whatever coins can be staked. It makes a very big difference when the market turns bullish. So for now, accumulate coins. When we have a big push, you will soon see what a big difference it is. So make sure to see what coins you can stake.
Someone was saying my camera's blurry. Is my camera blurry?
I think it was the internet. I think it was a little bit here.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit blurry.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, hello, Jimmy.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
All right,
brother.
listen, I think let's leave that for today, and we'll see the guys again tomorrow. The later show is only going to come back next week or maybe later this week. For now, we'll just do one show a day. We'll do it together. We'll have fun just to stay in touch with the community. And then next week, we'll do both shows. I think also Hustle is going to come back today with his In the Game show, which I'm super excited about.
Amazing. Guys, get excited. I think this year is going to be bigger than the last year. So let's do it. It's a bit boring now, but we'll get the wake up in the market. It always hits us when we start to fall asleep.
Listen, love you guys, man.
Enjoy time with the family. Make sure you get some rest, right? I don't want to see you tweeting every hour. Eh? Get some rest, brother.
Watch my Twitter, bro. Watch my Twitter. Much love, Banter fam. Follow us on Twitter at CryptoManRun and at Sheldino and at Sheldon_sniper. Please go to my Twitter and retweet that tweet. Copy at Twitter and at Twitter verified. Sorry, and at Twitter support also, please. And if you feel like having some fun, then what we should do is we should turn Eric Wall's wall into a chicken, into KFC.
Go screenshot that, Ren, and post it on BBS. It'll be worth something one day.
Oh, you're right. Sure. Yeah. Much love, Banter fam. See you later. Follow us on Twitter.
See you tomorrow. Where's our back screen?
I want to see this Eric Wall's wall. Apparently, it looks like KFC.
Oh, really?
He's such a chicken. Oh, he's such a chicken.